Hey, welcome in to Sanford Memorial Stadium, where we've got a great one planned for you guys here tonight. Between the Winter Garden Squeeze and your Sanford River Rats. I'm Cody Shook alongside Kevin Valine, the broadcast intern for the Winter Garden Squeeze. And we are under a delay right now, but we are going to start this game at 9 o'clock, just a few minutes away, here at beautiful Sanford Memorial Stadium. Kevin, tell us a little bit about the Winter Garden Squeeze.
Well, the Winter Garden Squeeze last night were able to clinch the number 5 spot in the Florida League, ensuring that they will be in the postseason this year. They have a chance to take the number 4 spot if Leesburg continues to struggle, but for right now, it was a big win last night here in Sanford, a 4-3 win. That solidified that they were the number 5 spot, but get that playing at the end of the season. But also, you mentioned to me before the game that was the game that snapped the River Rats with 17-game winning streak at home.
Yes, it absolutely did. And it was very unfortunate for the Rats. They were 17-0 at home. For me, I have broadcast their losses because they've lost as the away team, stuff like that. But when they're the home team at Sanford Memorial, the Winter Garden Squeeze just had their first loss.
Well, we also talked about this before, but you go back a couple of weeks ago, and the Squeeze have won here twice. One of those games was a home game for the Squeeze. That's got to be one of the toughest home games you're going to play here in Sanford. But the Squeeze have done relatively well at Sanford Memorial. They've won 2.
So coming into this game, the Sanford River Rats already clinched the number 1 seed, so they will have home field advantage throughout. And, you know, it progressed throughout the season, and we kind of saw this happening, and then they started pulling away. The Winter Park Diamond Dogs kind of stopped performing at the level that they were. Before the All-Star break, they were hot. At one point, they were 9-1 in their 10-game stretch, and they were moving. But now the River Rats, obviously, they're up, 6.5 games now.
Yeah, you mentioned the Diamond Dogs. They're 2-7-1 in their last 10. But not only have they not been fighting for that number 1 spot anymore, they're fighting with Altamont and Leesburg right now for that 2, 3, and 4 seeds. Winter Park is only up 1 game on both Altamont and Leesburg, so they go from a team really on the heels of the River Rats to a team just fighting for a good spot in the playoffs.
And last night was a great game. On the mound for the Winter Garden Squeeze was Chris Moore. He came out and dominated until the 7th inning. He gave up 3 runs in the 7th inning, but before that, he was lights out, and it was a great game to watch. I think his strike percentage was 78%. That is incredible, and I'm happy for you that you've gotten to witness that all year long.
Well, and the key to that game, and the reason why the Squeeze were able to win a close one 4-3, you look at the stat line, 0 walks. The Squeeze lost a doubleheader in Winter Garden the day before, and in one of those games they lost 11-3. They threw 8 walks combined as a staff. To see a team that has generally struggled throwing strikes on the mound, to see Chris Moore, Lance Johnson, and Ethan Jones throw 9 solid innings, no walks, was incredible to see, and I'm sure Coach Welsh was really happy with that performance, and we're probably going to see that again from the Squeeze starter tonight.
So coming into this game, the River Rats have a 27-11 record. They're 17-1 at home thanks to the Winter Garden Squeeze. And then, obviously, Winter Park in second place, 18-15-1 record. Altamont Springs Scorpions, 17-16-1 record. In third place, Leesburg Lightning, 18-17-1. In fourth place, Winter Garden. In fifth, 14-20 record. But that record does not represent this team at all.
Well, we've mentioned they've struggled with injuries. Kyle Corbin just came back a few days ago. Sadler Goodwin hasn't really been the same since he came off of that hand injury. He missed a couple of weeks leading into the All-Star break, missed the All-Star game. Sadler is 1 for his last 18. So it's really been a test for the Squeeze this year. They've had guys coming and going, having some fill-in pitchers only pitching 1 game, and the fact that they're 14-20 and in this postseason picture is really quite incredible. And they still have a lot of talent on this team. It's just been, they can't get them all on the field at the same time.
Right now, we're just a few minutes away from first pitch. The coaches are at home plate. So before we move to the lineups, I just want to say thank you to everybody that is watching on Facebook Live right now. I appreciate all the likes and all the comments. I'm glad we can bring you the game tonight. I'm Cody Shook alongside Kevin Valine, and we're going to have a 7-inning ball game because it is starting after 8:15. So this will be a 7-inning ball game just to shorten it down so the guys aren't playing until 1, 2 in the morning every night when the Florida weather rolls through.
Yeah, we're lucky that the rain was able to stop, get the field ready in time before that 9 o'clock deadline. And we'll be able to play a game tonight with all the weather we've had this season. You got to get in as many as you can.
So, right now, would you like to take over the Winter Garden Squeeze lineup?
Leading off in center field, number 10, Cody Burgess out of Florida Southern. Batting second, the right fielder, Kyle Corbin, back off the disabled list a couple of days ago out of Bethune-Cookman. Batting third, the third baseman, Chase Smart. Smart's out of Troy University. Batting fourth, the second baseman, Kyle Marsh out of Embry-Riddle. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Sadler Goodwin. He is also out of Troy. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Kyle Phillips out of the University of South Florida. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 11, Jacob Sullivan out of the University of South Florida. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 29, John Burdetsky out of Oklahoma State University, and batting ninth, rounding out the nine, the shortstop, Jonah Garrison out of Florida State. On the mound for the Squeeze, number 12, Ryan Ashworth out of Flagler. He has been the de facto ace for the Squeeze this season, 2-0 with a 1.86 ERA. Not a guy with a lot of velocity, but he'll throw strikes. He's got a good changeup and curveball. He was an all-star this season.
And that is an impressive lineup. I don't know if you caught any of the game last night, but 1 through 9, this team is very impressive and star-studded. It's impressive, and it's unfortunate that they're 14 and 20 going into this game.
Yeah, there's certainly a ton of talent in that lineup. Burgess, Corbin, Smart, Goodwin. Once again, you look at it, injuries have not allowed them to play all at the same time, and in other cases, you've got guys that have been hot and cold. Cody Burgess and Sadler Goodwin to name two that have been hot and cold, and that kind of makes it a challenge to get everyone running on all cylinders at the same time, and really why they're 14 and 20.
And on the mound tonight for your Sanford River Rats is going to be Vladimir Nunez, wearing number 26. He is 2-3 on the year, and I'll get back to his stats in just a second after the national anthem and moment of silence here at Sanford Memorial Stadium.
Now please remain standing as we honor America with the play of our national anthem. Oh, we got a singer. Check. Check that. We have a singer. Oh, I didn't hear her start. Yeah, sorry. They didn't tell me that.
Her mic stopped.
They could tell me after 2 hours.
She turned it off.
Oh, man.
Is the microphone not working or what?
Oh, man.
Turn around and sing a cry.
It's working.
That's what an outstanding job. Thank you, Madison. Rats are joined by Bat Boys Cole Clement.
And we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium after a few technical difficulties there. A beautiful singing of the national anthem. We've got a lot in store tonight here at Sanford Memorial. We're a big party guests basically from the AAA coming out tonight. Over 150 people, and the stands are packed here, and it's going to be a great night for baseball. I wish it was 9 innings, not 7.
Well, It's also pretty great that so many people are stuck around. We have to wait 2 hours after the supposed first pitch to get underway, and yet stands are still rather packed here at Sanford Memorial.
And most of these people were here way before 7, so some of these people have waited 3 hours to watch the Sanford River Rats and Winter Garden Squeeze, and why not? It's going to be a great night for baseball. So last night, it was a very close game, but the Winter Garden Squeeze came away with the 4-3 victory. They scored 4 runs. They scored 1 run in the 3rd, 1 run in the 4th, 1 run in the 6th, and 1 run in the 7th. And then the only 3 runs coming in the bottom of the 7th inning for the Sanford River Rats. 2 of them home runs.
Well, that game was so important for the Squeeze. They had gotten really obliterated by the River Rats at home. The doubleheader the day before, they lost the first game 6-1, and then the second game 11-3. It was not a good showing, but Coach Welsh has confidence that these guys will pull things together for the postseason push, and that's what we saw last night, beating the best team in the Florida League here at home.
So back to Vladimir Nunez on the mound for the Sanford River Rats tonight. 2-3 record, 36 2/3 innings pitched, 32 strikeouts, and he's only given up 9 earned runs, which lands him in the top 10 for ERA for pitchers in the Florida College Summer League. So this will be a great matchup here. And Vladimir Nunez, a star pitcher, is getting the ball tonight, and he's going to be throwing to number 11, Eli Barrera.
You mentioned that he's near the tops in ERA. You go a couple of spots up to Ryan Ashworth, 186. He'll also be starting, so we should see a good performance on the mound from both the River Rats and the Squeeze.
We're going to see probably a very low-scoring game here as we're about to get underway on this humid night after the Florida rain rolled right through here in downtown Sanford. If you're ever in the Central Florida area, come on, check us out here all around the Central Florida area. The Florida College Summer League puts on action on a nightly basis, and it's always fun and always entertaining. Especially with $6 tickets, it's very affordable for the whole family to come out and enjoy a night. So we're about to get underway here as Cody Burgess steps up to the plate.
Cody Burgess really starting to find his own. He's brought that batting average up to 256. He was sitting around 215, 220 not more than a week ago. And he's really important. He kind of solidifies the top of the lineup, but through his struggles, he's had to slot down a little lower, so it's nice to see him back up to number 1.
And the first pitch of the game swung on and fouled straight back for strike 1, and that's how this game will start at 9:05 p.m.
Burgess out of Florida Southern. 10 doubles, 19 runs, both tops for the Squeeze.
The 0-1 pitch here from Nunez, high and inside for ball 1. And this Winter Garden team, you guys have 2 guys in the top 10 for batting average.
Drew Frederick is up there and Sadler Goodwin as well. Chase Smart, they're all near the tops.
1-1 pitch swung on, and this ball is hit into right field. And right center field, the center fielder is underneath it. And that will be Richie Rivera tonight, hauling that one in for out number 1.
420 on base percentage
the first out
from Bethune-Cookman University, right fielder.
Expect the Squeeze to
Kyle
swing early in counts.
Corbin.
That's something that they do a lot. They'll swing at the first pitch. Very aggressive free swinging team.
And now coming up to bat, Kyle Corbin had an RBI double last night and a single. The lefty batter watches this high away fastball for ball 1.
Go back to the doubleheader 2 days ago. That was the first time we'd seen Kyle Corbin back in the lineup in over a month. June 23rd was his last game, so it's great to see him in the lineup and in right field.
The 1-0 pitch from Nunez inside, misses for ball 2. And last night, that is one way that they were attacking Kyle Corbin with the high and inside stuff and basically begging him to turn on it. 2-0 pitch here from Nunez. Outside corner in there for strike 1. Corbin saw a lot of pitches last night in his first 2 at-bats, pushed it to a full count both times. The 2-1 pitch swung on and fouled straight back for strike 2.
Corbin, 306 hitter on the season. Like you mentioned, 2 for 4 yesterday. This is his first 2 hits of the series.
His batting average versus Nunez on the mound, 500. So quality numbers against a very good pitcher. The 2-2 pitch misses inside, and another full count for Kyle Corbin. Likes to see pitches.
Corbin definitely has a good eye. 7 walks, 8 strikeouts. He'll give good quality at bats every time he's up at the plate.
The 3-2 pitch from Nunez swung on. This one's going to go out of the stadium straight back. So we remain the same full count.
For the squeeze of this being a 7-inning game, you probably want to try and get to that Rats bullpen as quickly as you can with a guy like Vladimir Nunez, who's had so much success this season.
Nunez from the windup. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike him out swinging for out number 2.
Expands the zone.
What a show we put on in the home run contest at the All-Star game. He jacked 12 of them out of the yard in his first at-bat. A league record. Batting .310. Third baseman from Troy. Number 17.
Corbin last night pushed a lot of his at-bats to full counts. And the other one, he saw 5 pitches, but didn't strike out. So a guy that can battle with 2 strikes. And now coming up to bat, Chase Smart. Now this man, we could talk about him all day. As we saw him in the home run derby, the first pitch here. Swung on, check swing, but it's going to go down to first base where Alejandro Martinez has got it, and he will step on first base for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the first inning where the River Rats come to bat. Stick with us all night long at Sanford Memorial Stadium.
Hey, Rats fans, you can use your smartphones to play Micro Fantasy Baseball. Use the Micro Fantasy app. Take a look in your program, and you can set it up. Then you can predict each at-bat in real time, compete against other fans. Fun for the whole family, absolutely free to play. Whoever gets the most points every 3 innings will win a prize courtesy of the Rats. Micro Fantasy Baseball. Check your program, predict, watch, and win. And fans, a foul ball can be a tasty treat. Well, thanks to Papa Murphy's, every foul ball you bring up here to the press box is worth a coupon good for free cookie dough. That's right. Bring those foul balls up. We'll give you that coupon to Papa Murphy's, and if you bring the most during the game, we'll give you a coupon for a free 1-topping large pizza at Papa Murphy's, our foul ball sponsor again this year. Battery 4, the squeeze on the hill with a sparkling 2-0 record and 1.86 ERA. That's 4th in the league. 25 strikeouts in 29 innings from the Saints of Flagler College, number 12, Ryan Ashworth. Behind the plate for the squeeze from South Florida is Jacob Sullivan.
And we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. I'm Cody Shook alongside Kevin Valine, the broadcast intern for the Winter Garden Squeeze. Thank you to everybody that is watching on Facebook Live. I see all your likes and your comments. If you have any questions, just let us know. We'll try to get to them as quickly as possible. And if you are watching, please share it so that way your friends and family can tune in as well. We're trying to spread the wealth here and show as many people as possible the game that we've got going on here. Coming up to bat is Omar Villeman, a very lethal batter, batting .365 on the year with 2 home runs and 11 RBIs. First pitch here misses, hits the outside corner there for strike 1.
Look at these numbers. Last 8 games, he's 16 for 31. It's good for a .516 average. He is on fire right now.
0-1 count here. Misses high, ball 1. And I would say that this is crazy, but Omar batted .430 last year. So a .365 average, I guess you could consider that a slump.
A letdown.
1-1 pitch, swung on. This ball's hit into left center field where Phillips is underneath it for out number 1.
Huge first out. Get Omar Villeman, who is
time for the league lead.
Not only
second in stolen
that,
bases.
but if you're the Squeeze, you got to try and limit as many base runners as possible with the team as fast as Sanford. They'll be taking off any chance they get.
Oh, yeah, we haven't even gotten to talk about the base running from either team. We haven't even got to talk about really Ashworth on the mound as Dathan Pruitt steps up to bat now, the starting shortstop. Batting second tonight. I've seen him in a lot of different parts of this lineup. Lead off second, 8th, 9th, 7th. First pitch misses low and away for ball 1.
Dathan Pruitt just got caught stealing the other day in Winter Garden for the first time. He's 20 for 21 in steals.
The 1-0 pitch swung on and straight back up against the net. I think if there was no net or no glass in front of me, I would have caught that one.
Dathan Pruitt, another guy. And you look at these numbers too. A 250 average, but a 449 on base percentage. Incredible plate discipline.
1-1 pitch. Swung on. This is a chopper over the third baseman's head to the shortstop. Long throw. And with the speedy wheels that Dathan Pruitt's got, he legs out. The infield single.
Yeah, that'll be an infield single for Dathan Pruitt. Once that got over the head of Chase Smart at third base, there was no chance for Jonah Garrison to make the throw deep in the hole to shortstop. Just no chance.
Who was the catcher that threw out Dathan Pruitt?
John Jones.
Have to look back at who I know.
As you look that up, John Jones, the switch hitting catcher that is the DH tonight, will be batting from the left side here with 1 out, 1 on. Swings at the first pitch. It's going to go out of play down the left field line.
It should be Josh Corriador who threw him out.
Josh Corriador.
Header.
You think he puts that on his resume? Like, hey, I threw out Dathan Pruitt.
Corriador is definitely a very good defensive catcher.
0-1 pitch. This one in the dirt, blocked very well behind the plate by Sullivan. Doesn't get very far away. 1-1 count now on John Jones.
John Jones, a later addition to this team. A 310 average. He has been great for the River Rats. A great later season addition.
Yep, 22 for 71. The 1-1 pitch misses outside, ball 2. And honestly, I'm surprised Pruitt hasn't taken off yet.
It's 3 pitches and he's still staying there.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It did rain, so maybe slick ground. So the 2-1 pitch swung on and hit down the third base line. It's going to go out of play. Foul for strike 2.
Ryan Ashworth throws strikes. He has good control of the fastball. He can work off of it with that curveball and change.
Ashworth, 1.86 ERA. We talked about it a little bit in the pregame. A complete pitcher's matchup. The 2-2 pitch misses upstairs with the off speed. 3-2 count now. And you wonder here, Ashworth is going to try to get something in the zone. Do you put Pruitt in motion?
Yeah, you might, because for Ryan Ashworth, you don't want to walk runners on first and second with just 1 out.
3-2 pitch. He is in motion. Hits it down the first base line. Gets past the first baseman. Pruitt's headed to third base. And John Jones is going to take a turn. But he will stay at first. Dathan Pruitt's headed all the way around to home. And we are going to have a play to play. He is safe at home. And we have a new score here at Sanford Memorial Stadium as the River Rats get on the board first. As Dathan Pruitt scores from first base.
Tough for John Radetsky. Probably was a pickable ball at first base. Just under his glove and into right field. And then he cut the ball off from the third from right field, but just couldn't turn around in time. If he didn't cut it off, there would have been a chance to get him at home. Tough play at first base for Radetsky.
And speed absolutely kills there as Dathan Pruitt all the way from first as John Jones drives him in on a single down the right field line. And now coming up to bat, Eli Marrero swings the first pitch, heads to left field where Phillips is underneath it, and he has got it for out number 2.
Don't see that too often. He wasn't running, was he?
Good job by the River Rats to get to Ashworth early. Not too terribly hard hit. Baltimore shot to third base, and then that ball just getting beyond the first baseman, and yet they push across the run. That really says a lot about the speed that the River Rats possess on the base paths.
And now coming up to bat, Alejandro Martinez, the first baseman tonight, comes up with 2 outs and a runner on first base. Another great pick there by Sullivan behind the plate. the Winter Garden Squeeze, they use a few catchers behind the plate, don't they?
We got 3. Corey Sullivan and Chase Smart can also play catch.
The 1-0 pitch swung on. This ball is tailing into right center field, but Cody Burgess, a sure-handed center fielder, has got it for out number 3. So we head to the top of the second in this 7-inning ball game with the River Rats up early, 1-0.
For a frozen T-shirt contest, here's Matt. Outstanding job, these 2 guys. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Ralphie. And enjoy your prize.
Welcome back to Sanford Memorial Stadium. We head to the top of the second inning where the River Rats already lead it 1-0, but Kyle Marsh, the second baseman, comes up here, and Marsh, he exceeds at Sanford Memorial Stadium, doesn't he?
Kyle Marsh, there was a doubleheader here a couple of weeks ago, and he went 2 for 7 with a double and a home run. That home run allowed the Squeeze to get a 4-3 win in another 7-inning ballgame.
Vladimir Nunez on the mound. The first pitch here, swings at the first pitch. It's going to head down the left field line and high, and the left fielder drops it in foul territory as he went from the grass to the dirt.
Probably should have had that, but still, he had to run a long ways from left field into foul ground to try and make the catch.
Yeah, that was Zach Dewart over there in left field getting the start tonight. The Sanford River Rats, they put a lot of different outfielders out there. Like last night, it was Miles Symington in left field. So tonight, Zach Dewart getting the start. The 0-1 pitch here. Watches this one low for ball 1.
Going back to Marsh, he's 2 for 16 on the season. Both those hits have come here at Sanford Memorial.
1-1 count here on Marsh. This pitch swung on ahead into left center field, and Marsh is going to be headed towards extra bases. This one's cut off by Richie Rivera in front of the wall. Good throw into the cutoff man, but nonetheless, Kyle Marsh, lead-off double here in the top of the second inning.
I think Marsh just likes to play at Sanford Memorial.
At the plate and on
now
the mound.
He's 3 for 8
well.
with 2 doubles and a home run here. That ball was
run.
laced in the left center field line drive. And a good job in center field by Richie Rivera to cut that ball off. That could have been headed to the wall, and Kyle Marsh could have gotten a triple.
Absolutely. Man, I told you guys we were going to have a great ball game tonight, and it is already paying off here. Vladimir Nunez giving up the double there. Now has to come up against Sadler Goodwin. Gets the first pitch strike on the inside part of the plate. And Sadler Goodwin, a very, very good hitter.
He's been struggling as of late, moved down to the number 5 spot. Jay Welsh hoping that he can start getting hot again during this last week and moving into the postseason.
0-1 count here. The pitch drops in a curveball. Top part of the zone there. Strike 2. And, you know, we can talk about slumps all day because some of the River Rats hitters are still in them. They're trying to get out of them. Some of them have fallen into slumps as the season has gone along. And Sadler Goodwin right here still batting .275.
Yeah, despite going 1 for 18 his last 5 games, that really speaks to how great of a first half he had. But it can be so hard to play the first couple of weeks and then miss the middle of the season and have to come right back in near the end and continue to produce at the clip you were before.
And to talk more about Sadler, going 5 home runs. The 0-2 pitch misses high for ball 1.
Yeah, the one for his last 18, that one hit was a home run at West Orange. It was a 3-run homer that was crushed to left field, so he still has that power. He just needs to try and get the bat on the ball more often.
And he was a player of the week, if I'm correct. 1-2 count here. Vladimir Nunez, man on second base. Nobody out. Misses outside with the slider. 2-2 count now on Sadler. Good one.
Good take by Sadler. Pitch just outside. That's what Sadler Goodwin needs to do. Try not to expand the zone.
29 RBIs on the year. He is 0 against Nunez in their few matchups to this point. The 2-2 pitch comes inside, jams him a bit. It's going to be in shallow left field. Dewar and Pruitt go after it, and Pruitt is going to haul this one in for out number 1.
That's a good job by Nunez on the mound to make sure Kyle Marsh doesn't move up to third with just 1 out.
Delicious. Here's the left fielder.
Try and make it a base hit.
South Florida, number 14, Kyle.
Now coming up to bat, Kyle Phillips, the starting left fielder. He's a lefty batter. Do you ever get confused, the Kyles on your team?
Well, not really, because Phillips joined just a couple of weeks ago, so I was able to differentiate the two. But he's certainly been a nice addition. 7 for 20, 350 average.
First pitch here to Phillips. In there for strike 1. Kyle Phillips, right here local at USF.
And he's been a nice addition to this team. Only here for a couple of weeks, and yet he's already come up with a number of big hits.
A 1 count here for him, and he hits it into center field. A towering fly ball to Richie Rivera, and I don't think it's deep enough to tag. Great throw into the cutoff man. Keeps Kyle Marsh at second base.
This is where the Squeeze struggled, hitting with runners in scoring position. Get 2 outs there that were not productive, and now it's going to be up to Jacob Sullivan to try and drive in Kyle Marsh from second, and you hate to have a leadoff double and not even move him to third.
Absolutely, but Jacob Sullivan comes up here, went 0 for 4 last night, 2 pop-ups, strikeout, and a ground out to third base. So he'll be looking to turn that around right here. Runner on second base is Kyle Marsh. The first pitch from Nunez in there for strike 1. High velocity fastball there.
I've seen 2 different pitchers, Nunez and Ashworth. One guy with a lot of velocity, and the other guy more of a crafty arm.
Sullivan is mostly a pull hitter. 0-1 pitch. Drops in the off speed for strike 2, and Sullivan's in a hole here. In his first game here as the away team, he went 1 for 3 with a walk, a strikeout, and a stolen base. So if he gets on, he does have some wheels. And a lot of his outs are to second base. I noticed that he grounds out and pops up when I was looking at his spray chart towards second base. 0-2 pitch, swung on and hit to shortstop where Dathan Pruitt's got it, and it's going to go between his legs. One run's going to come around to third base, and Kyle Marsh is safe at home plate. And we have a new score here at Sanford Memorial Stadium as the Winter Garden Squeeze tied up here in the top of the second.
Costly mistake at shortstop by Dathan Pruitt. You have to wonder if the field surface at shortstop, with all the turf they had to put on the field to make sure we were playing this one, factored into him missing that play, because that should have been a routine ground ball to short for him to pick up and throw to first base.
And Dathan Pruitt, a very sure-handed guy. He plays second base, shortstop, third base, and he can play every single outfield position. He's a very versatile guy. And head coach Kevin Davidson has mentioned to me, he thinks he's the best guy that can play all of those positions. First pitch here to John Ruditsky, swung on and missed for strike 1.
Funny moment in Winter Garden during the doubleheader. Rudetsky's been struggling all year, got his first base hit with the Squeeze, and his teammates had the ball brought back into the dugout to mark the monumentous occasion.
Radetsky down in the count 0-1 here. This one misses high for ball 1.
I always see him during batting practice, pulling homers to right field. He's got a ton of pull power from that left side, but he just really hasn't been able to translate it into games this season.
1-1 count here. Nunez, runner on first base, misses outside 2-1. And I'm very sad that this game is going to be a 7-inning game because we could honestly talk about these two teams all night long. And we haven't even gotten to talk about the home run derby performances that Chase Smart put up. And then Sadler Goodwin wasn't even a part of it. And he was supposed to be, but he was injured.
These are two great teams facing off against each other. Record wouldn't show it for the Squeeze.
The 2-1 pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. And that looked like one of those swings, he was trying to go to right field with that one.
Yeah, that was a high fastball, and your eyes will light up as a batter when you see those pitches, but it's so hard to get on top of those and hit fly balls.
Radetsky, was he a guy that has played in the Florida League before?
We actually picked him up from the Diamond Dogs earlier this season.
The 2-2 pitch swung on and strike him out swing for out number 3. So Vladimir Nunez gets out of the jam. He gives up 1 run unearned. We head to the bottom of the 2nd inning, all tied up 1-1.
We got a special fan in the house tonight, Caleb Fullen. He's celebrating his 9th birthday here with the River Rat. 1-3, we're going to say happy birthday to Caleb. Ready? A 1, a 2, a 3. Happy birthday, Caleb. And we're glad you spent it here in the house, and thank you for being so patient with us. Hey, don't forget, fans, tonight is Thursday. Ice cold Yingling Light or Yingling Summer Wheat. Just $2 throughout the whole game. 7-inning game tonight, by the way, fans. So head on down to the concourse. We've got hot dogs and hamburgers as well. And a big shout out to all of our good friends from AAA that are in the house here tonight. They have been very patient, and they are outstanding people to do business with. And a great first pitch tonight from the AAA CFO, David Polanski. So David and your whole crew, welcome.
Cody. Mr. Jack, make it happen, sir.
Off the Rats
and we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium as we head to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Cody Arthur's coming up to bat, and this game is all tied up 1-1 off of the air to make it an unearned run.
The Squeeze will take it any way he can get it against this River Rats team. And when you're playing a 7-inning ballgame like we are tonight, early runs are imperative. Right off the bat, you're losing 2 innings. You're already in the 3rd inning by the time the game starts. So the Squeeze can't fall too far behind, and a good job by them to pick up the run.
Now first pitch here, curveball working in backwards, misses for ball 1 on the All-Star. Cody Arthur playing 3rd base tonight. The second pitch here from Ashworth, another curveball hits the outside corner for strike 1.
Ashworth generally has good command of all of his pitches. Interesting to see him setting up with a couple of curveballs.
1-1 count here. Swung on and missed for strike 2. And it's cool as I look at the stats, a lot of these guys are coming around 100 at-bats. Cody Arthur 29 for 97, so that makes finding the average very easy for me. The 1-2 pitch misses high and outside for ball 2. When I was talking to head coach Kevin Davidson before the game about Cody Arthur, and he said he's going to grind out at bats, he's going to put the ball in play, and he's not going to strike out very often. The 2-2 pitch swung on and hit to left field, but this one is going to go foul. right behind the Winter Garden Squeeze bullpen.
If he kept that fair, that may have had a shot to get out. Looked at a couple of feet foul. Off the bat, looked like it was going to be a 2-1 River Rats lead.
Cody Orther, a.k.a. Mr. Singles, was, I guess, putting a charge into that one, trying to change up the nickname. The 2-2 pitch here on Orther. This pitch swung on and hit down the left field line, and this one is going to be caught along the track for out number 1. Looked like it would have been foul anyways.
Still Cody Orther squaring up 2 pitches. For Ryan Ashworth, I think that he got a little bit too predictable. A couple of breaking balls up in the zone. And Cody Orther almost drove that ball out of here. If we were playing at West Orange, if that one was fair, it would have been gone. We got a short porch in right and left field at West Orange. For Ryan Ashworth, glad he's playing at Sanford Memorial.
For Orther, that would have been his first home run. And now batting, Zach Dewart, the left fielder, watches this one for strike 1 on the inside part of the plate. Dewart, I had a lot of time to obviously talk to head coach Kevin Davidson before the game because of the 2-hour delay. The 0-1 pitch misses in the other batter's box for ball 1, and he said that Dewart has got the best first step out of any outfielder in the league. And that's obviously not a stat you can prove, but still, he thinks very highly of Dewart. And this is the guy that hit 8 home runs during the regular season of college in this past year. Hasn't really shown that off to this point. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed for strike 2.
Ashworth looking like he has a good curveball, and he's going to it a lot in these at-bats. River Rats haven't adjusted to it yet.
Dewar batting 126 in a major slump, but I'll get to that. The 1-2 pitch misses outside for ball 2. And this is a guy that is very good. He's a very quality hitter. We all understand baseball, and you go through slumps, stuff like that. Just a few nights ago, had a 2 RBI triple. This pitch in the dirt misses for ball 3. Full count here on Dewar. And he doubled his RBI total in one swing of the bat. And that's something that usually can get a guy going and get moving in the right direction. The 3-2 pitch here. And he walks him. So Dewar is going to take the 390 jog down to first base with 1 out.
And that was not good pitching by Ryan Ashworth. Didn't look like he had a good feel for a
fastball.
Both the fastballs he threw in the at-bat were in the left-hand batter's box. He just pulled them hard. He was able to set him up well with the curveball, but just wasn't able to find the outside corner with the fastball.
And now coming up to bat, Sergio Lopez. As I mentioned, slumps. The start of this season, he was in a detrimental one. First pitch here, in there for strike 1. And in the past 2 nights, a home run in each night.
Well, it wouldn't look like a slump from the game he had at West Orange a couple days ago, robbing a home run and then coming back with a grand slam later in the game.
And then last night, got the 7th inning going with a solo laser shot to left field to get him on the board, and then 3 batters later, Francis Villeman had a 2-run home run. Wasn't good enough. The 0-1 pitch swung on and hit to shortstop, and his only play is first base, and he will be out at first base for out number 2.
And that's a great play by Jonah Garrison, having to deal with that interesting, kind of weird dirt with the turf as he's able to go in the hole, backhand the ball, and fire to first base. Just getting Sergio Lopez by half a step.
University of Tampa, number 18, Richie Rivera.
And I'm not going to say that was an unproductive at bat because it wasn't. He moved over the runner, and now Richie Rivera comes up to bat, and
he really had an infield single.
Yeah. First pitch here with 2 outs, runner on second base. Richie Rivera, a very quick guy, and very high up there in stolen bases on the year. First pitch here to Rivera. Swung on and missed for strike 1.
That's why it's so hard facing this River Rats team. I feel like no matter who's going to get on base, nearly all of them have an opportunity to steal.
Rivera, the starting center fielder tonight. 0-1 count. Misses outside for ball 1.
What we're seeing here in the second inning, Ryan Ashworth just does not have a good feel for that fastball. He's throwing it low and away, and that's why he's been throwing so many curveballs. That's what he has a feel for right now.
Especially to start off at bats, the 1-1 pitch. And it bounces in the dirt. Dewart's going to head to third base. No throw. He is in there at third base on the wild pitch.
Jacob.
Dewart doing a good job getting a secondary lead, and when he saw that ball get beyond Jacob Sullivan, he was able to take off really quickly and get to third base without a throw.
And this is a very dangerous spot here early because Rivera can beat out an infield single anytime he wants, almost. This man has some speed, batting .252 on the year, the 2-1 pitch, and this one's going to go into the first base dugout where it looks like Francis Villeman has got it.
It's imperative for Ryan Ashworth to get Richie Rivera here because on deck is Omar Villeman, who's been as hot as you can get the last week.
But Rivera is also a guy with power. 3 home runs, 6 RBIs from the number 9 spot. He does bat a lot of different positions in this River Rats lineup. Head coach Kevin Davidson likes to move his guys around to see where they fit in best. 2-2 count here with 2 outs, runner on third base. The 2-2 pitch misses outside, 3-2 count now, and it really looks like Ashworth he can't find it right. He's throwing a lot of pitches in the other batter's box.
Well, and he's really having to rely on that breaking ball. The fastball not working right now.
3-2 pitch in the dirt, and Richie Rivera has got himself a 2-out walk here in the bottom of the second inning.
And this is something we really don't see from Ryan Ashworth often. In 29 innings, he only had 7 walks, but he's got 2 already this inning. And I think it's just that he doesn't have a feel for all of his pitches. When you have to rely on your breaking ball to throw for strikes all the time, that's incredibly challenging, and it can make you really predictable.
And this is a lot of different things going on here. They were on a 2-hour delay, so maybe just mental awareness to stay in it, keep focused, and then come back out here. 2 outs here. Richie Rivera takes off for second base. No throw down. And Rivera has got himself a stolen base.
Another Orlando Sanford stolen base.
And that's his 24th of the season. 24 for 33. It's incredible what these River Rats can do on the base pass. A total of 126 steals. That was 127 for first in the Florida League.
And now, runners on second and third base with 2 outs. Omar Villeman up to bat, coming into the game batting .365. Astronomical numbers this late in the season, leading the league in batting average. A 1 count here. Watches this one low and away for ball 1.
Line drive in the left field his first time up, but good range of the outfielders for the squeeze. Kyle Phillips in left was able to get to it in plenty of time.
So Ashworth, when he was throwing to righties, he was missing in the lefty's batter's box. The 1-1 pitch misses outside, ball 2. And sometimes the best thing for a pitcher when that is happening is for a lefty to come up because you cannot miss in that batter's box. So as a pitcher, that is exactly what I would want to see, a lefty come up to the box and just force me to change the way I'm throwing. The 2-1 pitch in the dirt misses, ball 3, and right here Ashworth is starting to miss in the other batter's box. So maybe he's just not finding the grip on the ball and commanding it the way we've seen him command it.
Well, and the other tough thing is that it's a righty on lefty. That's always a tough matchup for the righty on the mound. But also you're facing a guy in Omar Villeman. He can't just broom a fastball to him. He'll make you pay.
The 3-1 pitch swung on, and it's a chopper down the first base line, and he's just going to throw it to first base. The PFPs pay off for out number 3. So the River Rats leave 2 on base. We head to the top of the third inning, still tied up 1-1.
All right, looks like we have some racers down there on the field. We'll send it down to Matt.
I hate the fact that if I try to take a picture from here, I get my arms in the window.
Thank you to everybody that is watching on Facebook Live. I appreciate all the likes and the comments. If you could please just share it so that way your friends and family can tune in as well. We're all about to head to the top of the third inning.
Tough luck, Ralphie. We've got the fastest fans in the league. Thank you, Matt. Enjoy your prize. Hey, don't forget the playoffs start next week. The Raps have clinched the top seed once again. They will open their best-of-3 first-round series here next Wednesday against the team that wins the play-in game between 4th and 5th place, which will take place on Tuesday. It's a very tight race. It's 2nd through 5th, although it does look like the Squeeze have clinched themselves at least a spot in that play-in game.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. I'm Cody Shook alongside Kevin Valine. We're headed to the top of the 3rd inning, tied up 1-1, and coming up to bat, Jonah Garrison,
leading off,
wearing number 6 tonight, the starting shortstop, getting his first at bat of the night, batted in the 9th spot last night, and went 1 for 3 with the walk, and he scored a run, and that was actually the game-winning run, what would have been the game-winning run. And he's going to be facing Vladimir Nunez on the mound.
Not warming up. Wardrobe malfunction for the field umpire?
The field umpire is not on the field, so that is what we were waiting for here. He runs back out, and we are about to get back underway here in the top of the 3rd inning of this 7-inning ball game. And these teams are no strangers to 7-inning ball games.
No, it feels like the Squeeze have played half their games as 7-inning games. The weather we've had this summer is becoming more and more common.
The first pitch here to Jonah Garrison. Outside corner paints it for strike number 1.
Jonah Garrison in the series, 1 for 6. Got that hit last night with a run scored, a couple of walks.
0-1 pitch here from Nunez, swung on and missed for strike 2, and that just shows right there the electric stuff that Vladimir Nunez has on the mound, and that's why he's in the top 10 for ERA this season.
Nasty breaking ball also shows why he's near the tops in strikeouts as well.
0-2 pitch, swung on, strike him out swinging for out number 1.
Set down Jonah Garrison on 3 pitches.
Center fielder from the
fastball looked like 2 sliders.
Southern in Lakeland.
Got Jonah Garrison quickly on 3 pitches, and that's what he needs after kind of a long inning due to the error that scored a run. Nunez is going to be wanting a quick inning here.
That was his 3rd strikeout of the night, all of them swinging strikeouts. And now coming up to bat, Cody Burgess had an RBI double in his 2nd at bat last night. Swings at the first pitch here, headed to dead center field. Richie Rivera is underneath it, and he's got it for out number 2.
Cody Burgess slamming his bat on the ground, knowing that he didn't swing at a good pitch to hit. And that's the thing when you're first pitch swinging, you gotta know that it's a pitch that you can drive. That was a breaking ball low and outside that just popped up into center field, and that's not a productive out at all. 1 pitch, 1 out, and Vladimir Nunez with 2 outs. He's only thrown 4 pitches.
And now comes to bat Kyle Corbin, struck out swinging in the 1st inning. And do you think you change your approach at the plate when a guy is throwing a lot of strikes? Do you want to swing the first pitch? Do you think we'll see that moving forward?
Well, if he's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, that kind of plays into the Squeeze game plan. They're always swinging early in counts.
First pitch. Watches this one outside corner for strike 1.
And I'm sure that Corbin there is trying to take a couple of pitches, make Nunez throw at least a few more.
0-1 count here with 2 outs after 2 quick outs. Second pitch to Corbin, misses in the dirt for ball 1. 1-1 count now. All tied up 1-1 here in the top of the 3rd inning at beautiful Sanford Memorial Stadium. The 1-1 pitch from Nunez misses inside. 2-1 count now.
Corbin struck out on a 3-2 pitch in the 1st inning, but that's what Corbin does, has lengthy at-bats, and despite striking out, he made Nunez work in that at-bat in the 1st.
And I can totally see this at-bat going to a full count again. He likes to see a lot of pitches. The 2-1, watches this one, miss outside, 3-1 count now.
And if you put Kyle Corbin on, he's got good speed. You can see him take off for second base with Chase Smart on deck. See what Nunez brings on 3-1.
Here it is, swung on and fouled straight back, and there it is, a full count. So Corbin has himself his second full count of the night, and last night he saw a full count in 2 of his 4 at-bats. The lefty with a slightly open stance, 3-2 count. Misses inside, and he walks him on the full count pitch.
Good job by Kyle Corbin. Not only did he have a lengthy at-bat, 6 pitches to Nunez, more than doubling the pitches he threw to the first 2 batters, but he's able to get on base and extend it.
There's third baseman, number 17.
Perfect. Let's talk about Chase Smart. This man has got some pop in his bat, but he hasn't totally showed it off during games.
And just 1 home run this season, but he had 14 in the home run derby. More of a doubles guy, 6 doubles on the season. Still showing off that power, just not in the long ball in the regular season.
First pitch here, drops in the curveball for strike 1. And we've seen a little bit of that tonight for both pitchers, working backwards, coming with the off-speed stuff first and then going to the fastball. The 0-1 pitch, runner stays, and it's popped straight up, and it'll go out of the stadium straight back. 0-2 count now on Smart.
Smart in a tough count at 0-2. Vladimir Nunez got Garrison swinging on a slider earlier. We'll see if he goes to that again on 0-2, probably low and away to try and get Chase Smart fishing. Either that or he could go for a high fastball.
At Sanford Memorial Stadium when they're the away team, Smart 2 for 8 on the year with 4 walks.
That does not count the 14 homers he hit here during the All-Star.
That is true. 0-2 count here. Runners on the move, takes off early, going to step off, and they've got him in a rundown. 1, throw to first. Alejandro Martinez got it, going to throw to short, or second base, and Omar Villeman has got him on the tag. So base running miscue there. Takes us to the bottom of the 3rd inning, all tied up 1-1. Stick with us all night long. We have a 7-inning ball game planned for you guys here.
And environmentally sensitive Waste Pro. Thank you for your patience. Hope you're feeling lucky. We've got a tremendous raffle getting ready to go with a bunch of prizes that you can win. Get a ticket for $1. Arm's length, though, will get you $5, and a wingspan for $10. Prizes include 2 tickets to the Sanford Jazz Ensemble Summer Concert. That'll be a good one. $50 gift card from Fancy Pets. Premium desserts from McDonald's, courtesy of Mr. Orther. 5 free kids meals from Duffy's. Appetizers from Buffalo Wild Wings. Gift certificates from the Haystacks Restaurant. 5 free kids meals from Cheddar's. 5 smoothies from Smoothie King. Haircuts from Sanford Barbershop, and a 3-month supply car washes courtesy of Mr. Car Wash. So grab those tickets. $5 for an arm's length, $10 a wingspan will draw in the 5th inning. Leading off for the Rats in the bottom of the 3rd inning. There's the shortstop, number 13, Dayton.
And we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning where Dathan Pruitt comes up to bat for his 2nd at-bat. Had the infield single back in the 1st inning.
And that was a chopper that went over the head of Chase Smart by the time Jonah Garrison was able to cut it off. With Pruitt's speed, he was able to get in safely.
So he will be seeing Ashworth for the 2nd time tonight. Here in a tie ball game, 1-1. The River Rats have 2 hits and that 1 run. The first pitch, curveball in there for strike 1. And Pruitt's just going to watch that one, as not many people are going to swing at a first pitch curveball.
But that's what Ryan Ashworth is giving him. Like we mentioned earlier, not good control of the fastball. So he's going curveball early in counts to try and get ahead.
0-1 pitch. Misses outside with the fastball. And, you know, if he was hitting that spot consistently, I think he would have got the call there. But since he's been so erratic, he's just not going to get that call. The 1-1 pitch. Looked like the same spot there, but this time gets the strike call.
And I think that's where he's been trying to go with his fastball. He's missed a lot into the left-hand batter's box, but he's been going on the outside corner with the fastball, and that's the first time we've really seen him hit it.
The 1-2 pitch here. Swung on and hit down the third base line. Foul. 1-2 count here on Dathan Pruitt. And last night, I can't talk about the performance enough by Chris Moore. He was hitting that spot on the outside part of the plate one after another. And that's such a hard pitch to hit unless you're a very good opposite field hitter. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled straight down into the dirt. 1-2 count.
Pruitt just able to get a piece of that breaking ball, tailing near into the dirt. Just getting a piece and staying alive.
And now what type of stuff do you throw to him here? He's seen your curveball. He's seen your fastball. The 1-2 pitch. Misses with a high fastball.
That's what I was expecting. I mean, he gave a lot of stuff low and a lot of breaking balls. So why not try and, heighten the eye level, go with the fastball up.
Maybe a
Pruitt, good eye.
Curveball here. 2-2 pitch. There it is, curveball. Headed down the left field line. Dathan Pruitt's going to be heading for second base. Rounds first. And he will be in there with a leadoff double to start the bottom of the third inning.
And that's not what Ryan Ashworth wanted to do on 2-2. He had a good count to him. Like you said, he went to the curveball, but that was a hanger right in the middle of the plate. And Dathan Pruitt lined it into left field for a double.
And Dathan Pruitt, a guy that will steal third base. Maybe not right here with John Jones, a switch hitting catcher hitting from the left side. Usually most teams will like to steal third base with a righty in the box, so it's a little bit tougher for the catcher to throw down to third. John Jones from South Carolina told me that he is transferring. He's going to a D2 school. First pitch misses outside for ball one. He's got one of the fastest runners in the league standing on second base, so his job seems relatively easy.
Move him over at the very least, but a base hit will score him pretty much anywhere.
1-0 pitch. Misses in the right-handed batter's box. 2-0 count now. And John Jones had the RBI single down the right field line that scored Dathan Pruitt on the full count as he was moving. Scored all the way from first base. The 2-0 pitch swung on and missed. Looked like he came with the off-speed stuff there just to try to get one over,
That's the confidence that he has in the changeup and the curveball. Down 2-0, you don't want to go 3-0 on John Jones, and yet Ashworth goes with the breaking ball, and John Jones swings over the top.
2-1 pitch. Misses outside. 3-1 count.
And he's still trying to hit that spot. Fastball in the outside corner, and he's just missing. Those pitches look good just a little bit outside, but he can't get the call.
3-1 count here. Nobody out. Runner on second base. The 3-1 pitch swung on and hit into shallow right field where the second baseman, Kyle Marsh, is under it. And he records out number one here in the bottom of the third inning.
And that was as good an out as Ryan Ashworth could get. Not only did he get John Jones out for the first out of the inning, which will also keep Dathan Pruitt at second base.
And that was on a 3-1 pitch. So that very big. And moving forward for Ashworth, that's kind of a confidence booster. You just got out a very good hitter. And now Eli Marrero steps up to the plate. He popped up to left field in his first at bat. Eli Marrero coming off of an injury. Been banged up a little bit. Dathan Pruitt bouncing around behind second base there makes Ashworth step off and making sure he stays close.
I mentioned earlier, Pruitt 20 for 21 in steals this season.
First pitch, curveball in the dirt for ball one.
I'm also kind of interested as to why Pruitt hasn't took off yet, because the Rats know that Ashworth is heavily relying on that breaking ball. That's the perfect pitch to go on. Curveball in the mid-70s. With Pruitt's speed, he should be able to get to third.
The 1-0 pitch. Inside, misses with the fastball there, and Ashworth is not the typical Ashworth that you especially have seen this season.
No, he just doesn't have a feel for the fastball, and everything kind of goes off of that. It really sets up the curve and the change well.
The 2-0 pitch here. Check swing. It's going to head to second base. Kyle Marsh has got it on the run, going to lob it over to first base. And that is out number two, but it moves Dathan Pruitt to third base here with 2 outs.
We mentioned how big of an out the one on John Jones was. That was also a huge out, moving the runner over to third, but that was a 2-0 pitch where Eli Marrero was just caught in between and a little swinging bunt almost that went out to second base for out number 2, and now Ashworth just out away from escaping a double with nobody out jam.
Alejandro Martinez steps up here. First pitch swing, heads down the left field line, is going to drop in for a single, and he is rounding first base hard. He's headed to second base. 1 run already scored, and he will stand up and have the 2-out double with the RBI, and Dathan Pruitt scores for the second time tonight.
Pulling a lot of Ashworth's pitches down the left field lines. Besides the one that John Jones hit down the first base line, all of them have been pulled hard down that line.
And that brings up Cody Ortho. Now I was just about to mention, we're talking about Ashworth as if he's blowing up. At that point, he'd only given up 3 hits and 1 run. So it just shows the electric stuff that he possesses to get batters out even when he doesn't have his best stuff. First pitch here on Cody Ortho. Misses upstairs for ball 1.
District manager, regional manager, or something.
Still just looking for that control of the fastball. Throwing it up. Throwing it on the outside hasn't been able to get the calls.
1-0 pitch, swung on and hit into deep center field in front of the 385 sign, but it will be out number 3. Cody Ortho flies out for the second time tonight to a deep part of the park on that one. So we head to the top of the 4th inning with a brand new score here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. River Rats now lead it 2-1.
One of our messier but most popular contests, pudding eating contest. Let's send it down to Matt. We need to start calling them big man. Yeah. Outstanding job, Matt. Those napkins are free. Dole them out. Good job, guys. Enjoy your prize. Pudding eating contest. Grab those raffle tickets. We're going to draw in the 5th inning of this game. Bunch of prizes for you.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Vladimir Nunez still on the mound for the Sanford River Rats, giving up 1 run to this point, unearned. And Chase Smart will come up to bat to basically finish his at-bat from the 3rd inning. First pitch swung on and missed for strike 1.
He was in an 0-2 count when Corbin was caught stealing, picked off at first base for the final out of the 3rd.
0-1 count here. Outside corner in there for strike 2, and that looks like the exact pitch that Ashworth is trying to get.
Yeah, that fastball in the outside corner. That was a good pitch from Nunez.
0-2 count here. Swung on and hit down the right field line. It goes out of the stadium foul for just a long strike, but we remain the same. 0-2 count. Thank you to everybody watching on Facebook Live. If you could please just share it so that way your friends and family can tune in as well. I'd greatly appreciate it. Every night we like looking at the views and seeing what we get to. We love bringing the game to everybody around the country. The 0-2 pitch here. Swung on and strike him out swinging for out number 1.
Slider's been a really good put-away pitch for Vladimir Nunez. He got Chase Smart there. Pitch tailing outside, swings over the top for out number 1.
Second baseman, number 1, Kyle.
That's his 4th strikeout, all of them swinging.
So averaging 1 an inning. I was just about to mention that as well. You beat me to it. And that brings up Kyle Marsh. Had the double back in the 2nd inning and scored the lone run for the Winter Garden Squeeze. Watches ball 1.
Look to do that again here. 3 for 8 here in this ballpark. All 3 hits, extra bases.
The 1-0 pitch. And that one spiked in front of the plate for ball 2. We're here in the top of the 4th inning of this 7-inning ball game. And this game means a lot for the Winter Garden Squeeze. The 2-0 pitch. Inside, misses. 3-0.
Good count for Marshall. For the Winter Garden Squeeze, hopes are still alive that they could come back and clinch the number 4 spot. They're 4 games back. They still have a chance since Leesburg has really been struggling. So every game at this point is still important for the Squeeze to try and get home field advantage for the 1-game playoff.
3-0 pitch. Comes with the off speed there, and it hits for strike 1.
Good job getting the off speed over for a strike. Probably didn't want to lace a fastball right down the middle for Marsh, who hit that double in the second.
3-1 pitch. Same spot right there with the same pitch. 3-2 count now on Kyle Marsh.
As a batter, not much you can do with those pitches. Both on 3-0 and 3-1, those aren't the pitches you're looking for. I don't blame Marsh for trying to lay off.
Sadler, good one on deck. 3-2 pitch. Strike him out, looking for out number 2.
You got a guy throwing like Nunez
There's
right
the
now.
DH.
Commanding that outside corner with
Sanford.
authority. There's really not much you can do. Kyle Marsh in a 3-0 count, and for all 3 pitches, there really isn't anything you can do, except for that last one, maybe foul it off.
And that is the spot that most pitchers like to hit, the outside corner. Now coming to bat, Sadler, good one, swings at the outside corner pitch, hits it to shortstop where Dathan Pruitt's got it, and that is a 6-3 put out. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning where the River Rats lead it 2-1, and they're going to try to add on to that lead coming up in just a few minutes.
What's his first name? The president of the company.
He's Greg with 2 G's.
Greg, there it is. Right. 2 G's, right?
Maybe 3 if you want to get picky.
Have your attention, please. Will the owner or driver of a Toyota Corolla, Florida plate 8096BE, the Toyota Corolla, Florida plate 8096BE, please come to the press box immediately because you have the dirtiest car in the parking lot. And we're going to get that Toyota Corolla sparkling clean courtesy of Mr. Car Wash. That's right, a free car wash courtesy of Mr. Car Wash. 2 locations in the Sanford area. Ask them about their unlimited wash club. If that's your Corolla, come on up. We've got a prize for you. So, is it Gunther again who wins the micro fantasy game? Leading off for the Rats in the bottom.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning as Zach Dewar comes up to bat. And he walked in his first at bat in the 2nd inning and then was later stranded on 3rd base. First pitch misses low and away for ball 1. River Rats lead it in this one 2-1 in this 7-inning ball game. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. The 1-0 pitch misses upstairs, ball 2.
Pitch count is starting to mount for Ryan Ashworth as we play bottom 4, nobody out. Pitch count nearing 60 at 58.
The 2-0 pitch. And he helps him out there as he swings at this one, and it is a shallow pop-up to second base for out number 1 as Kyle Marsh lets that one fall into his glove.
Give some credit to Ryan Ashworth, despite falling behind in a number of these counts, 3-0, 3-1, 2-0. He's still able to get weak contact for easy outs.
And it just shows why he has that 1.86 ERA. through 29 innings. Now comes up to bat Sergio Lopez, what I would say is one of the hottest hitters on the River Rats lineup. Watches this one for ball 1.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Once again, having to work behind and count. Ashworth still hasn't gotten a feel for his pitches yet.
1-0 pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back for strike 1, and Sergio looked a little upset with himself there as he thinks that he did not get all of that one. He thought that was a very good pitch to drive, and he just missed it. 1-1 count here, bottom of the 4th inning. 1-1 pitch, swung on, fouled straight back again. Strike 2.
Ashworth's throwing a couple of quality pitches here on Sergio Lopez.
Lopez batting 150. So today I looked up just notable quotes in the baseball world, and Yogi Berra, slump, I ain't in no slump, I just ain't hitting. Just a remarkable Yogi quote there. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed for out number 2.
That's what we've been waiting for from Ryan Ashworth, using a couple of breaking balls on the fastball to get ahead, and then expand the zone with the fastball.
Number 18.
Getting Sergio Lopez swinging. For Ryan Ashworth, that is his first
got that
strikeout of the ball game.
Come on up. You even older Toyota Corolla.
And that is not something that we thought we would be saying here late in this, I say late in this ball game, the 4th inning. Richie Rivera watches strike number 1 outside corner, as Ashworth has 25 strikeouts in 29 pitches coming into this game. So that's almost 1 an inning, and he only has 1 through 3 2/3. The 0-1 pitch, swung on and fouled straight back, and now it looks like Ashworth is starting to find his groove.
And it took him a couple of innings to get started, but he's starting to locate that fastball in the spots he wants. And when he can get ahead with that pitch, that makes his curveball and changeup combination all the more deadly.
0-2 count here on Richie Rivera coming in the game, batting 252. In the dirt with the curveball, misses for ball 1.
Good job by Richie Rivera to hold off on that pitch. That's what Ashworth was setting up for, getting ahead 0-2.
This pitch misses low and away for ball 2. And we have 2s on the board here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The 2-2 pitch comes with the fastball and fouls that one straight back. So the count remains the same. Rivera walked in his first at bat, and then, of course, stole second. And that made it 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs. And then they were both stranded in scoring position. The 2-2 pitch, swung on in a hard shot to Smart on 3rd base. And the smart move there to put the glove up and snag that one for out number 3. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Stick with us. We have a few more innings of great ball coming your way.
You know it, you love it. The chicken shop, courtesy of PDQ Chicken. Here's Matt.
Hey, I want a Toyota Ridgeline. Is that close enough? Toyota Ridgeline? Is that Toyota Ridgeline? Is that
Oh, the
for the car wash? Toyota?
in the letter. There you go. Congratulations, enjoy your chicken from PDQ Chicken. Outstanding, fresh, never frozen, out on Reinhardt Road. They've been a great sponsor this year. When you go by and enjoy PDQ Chicken, tell them thank you for supporting the Rats.
Thank you, Izzy.
31.
It's a foul.
Oyako or
You know who 31 is? You get the little sheet down on there.
I don't have one here either.
I don't recognize the motion at all there.
Dylan Thompson.
Colton Provey. Colton Provey's listed here as 15. I don't know. No, it's not. He's the only one that looks like it. Morales, not Morales, that's not Morales. Ask him for the picture. Okay, we've got it.
Michael.
The pitcher is Colton Provey.
Is it Colton Provey?
Michael. You know who's pitching?
Now pitching, apparently wearing number.
And we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium, and
number 15.
we have a new pitcher on the mound. It will be Colton Provey, wearing number 31 tonight. The right-hand pitcher, 6'3", 215 pounds, from Tennessee Tech. And he will come up and he will face Kyle Phillips first. First pitch misses upstairs for ball 1.
Provey pitched against the Squeeze on July 6th, 2 innings pitched and a run, 3 hits. He's faced this lineup before.
The 1-0 swung on and a ball laced down the right field line, so Phillips is going to round first base hard. He's headed for second base. Will he go for 3? He will not. He will hold up at second base with this stand-up double to lead off the 5th inning.
Line drive down the right field line. Good job picking up Coach Welsh at third base, putting up the stop sign. And he stopped just in time because that throw got to the cutoff man right as he was starting to come back to second base. If he took a wider turn, they may have had him out.
Not many teams are going to be hitting triples off of the Sanford River Rats, as the outfielders have a lot of speed. And we saw it right there. That ball was laced down the line, and for a lot of guys, they're headed to 3.
Well, I think Phillips was thinking 3 out of the box, but he was able to pick up the sign at third base to stop, and it was a good decision.
And that brings up Jacob Sullivan with nobody out, runner on second base. He's going to drop down the bunt hard down the third base line, but it will go foul for strike 1. And I was just about to talk about Vladimir Nunez and his day. Exited after 4 innings. He is in line for the win and gave up the 1 run unearned after the E6.
Probably saving his arm for the postseason coming up, because he was pitching well. You could have rode him for a lot longer, especially with that number 1 spot.
Absolutely. Sullivan squares around. They're going to throw it back down to second base, and it will be safe as it hits right off of Phillips, sliding back into second. And that ball missed low for ball 1.
Sullivan was in a similar situation in the second inning, only it was with 2 outs in that run at second base, and he drove him in with that E6. But in this spot, nobody out, you're squaring around to try and move him to third.
1-1 count here. Squares around again, watches this one outside part of the plate for strike 2, and that pitch looks no different than what Ashworth is throwing.
Right on the outside corner, but that may just be because Ashworth was having a harder time finding the zone, and you'll see umps not give the corner to guys that have really struggled control-wise until they show that they can hit that spot over and over.
1-2 count here on Sullivan, and you wonder, is he going to square around again here to try to bunt him over? 1-2 pitch. Doesn't square, and this pitch misses low and away for ball 2.
Sullivan doesn't bunt too terribly often, so I'd be surprised to see him bunting on 2 strikes. You can get a ball opposite field as a right-hander, go towards second base, even if it's a ground ball. You've got a chance to move Kyle Phillips to third with his speed. 2-2
pitch here. Freezes him, and rightfully so, but that one misses. Low and away with the curveball, ball 3.
Good job by Sullivan to lay off on a couple of breaking balls down low in the zone. Tough pitches to lay off of.
Sullivan is 0-for in their matchups in previous games. 3-2 pitch, swung on, and it will be to the first baseman, Alejandro Martinez, and he has got it for out number 1. So the only positive takeaway there, you saw a lot of pitches.
Yeah, Jacob Sullivan working a 3-2 count. He was behind 1 and 2, so able to work that count back full, but I'm sure he's angry at himself for not being able to move the run.
First baseman.
Sullivan, a late addition to the River Rats. 8 2/3 innings pitched to this point, 3.11 ERA, and 7 strikeouts. So almost one of those guys, almost 1 strikeout per inning. First pitch here misses high for ball 1.
The other thing you got to watch out for Provy, he does walk guys. 8 2/3 innings, like you mentioned, 8 walks. So you have to think that the squeeze batters are coming up there with a mindset to take a couple of pitches and wait for a fastball to groove.
Now as John Radetsky steps up to bat, maybe we can finish our story from earlier. 1-0 pitch, misses high for ball 2. Radetsky, you said, played for a different team?
Radetsky did play for the Diamond Dogs during the beginning of the season. Went down to the Futures League for, I think, 1 game, and then was picked up by the Squeeze to take the place of Tyler Halstead, who left the team midway through the season.
All right, so you learn something new every day. Radetsky played on 2 different Summer League teams this year.
If you count the Futures League, that's
3. Watches this one for strike 1. 2-1 count here with 1 out, runner on second base. Colton Provy from Tennessee Tech, the big right-handed pitcher. Radetsky 0 for 1 on the day. They're going to throw down to second base, and this one's closer, but still unable to get him as the pitch was outside for ball 3.
And they had Pruitt set up right behind the second base bag, ready for that throw down if there wasn't a pickoff. Phillips able to get back in safely, but the Rats were planning for that play from the beginning.
3-1 count here on Radetsky, the lefty with a wide open stance, swings at this one and fouls it right off the catcher, makes it a full count here. And I'm not going to say you want to walk him, you don't, but if you do, it's not the worst thing that would happen. You don't want to lay one up.
No, you don't want to groom a fastball. I think that's what Radetsky was looking for, 3-1. And Provy, good idea, bringing him the changeup instead. Radetsky was swinging for the fence right there, thinking fastball.
And right here, I think you should come with the off-speed stuff and see how far he can hit it. The 3-2 pitch. And he pops it straight up. It's going to go out of the stadium here. Beautiful. Sanford Memorial. So the count remains the same, 3-2.
Good job by Radetsky, fouled that pitch off. That looked like a fastball in the other part of the plate. Not able to get full extension, so he just fouls it straight back.
Three-two count here. Colton Provy, runner on second base. The pitch swung on and hit down the third base line, foul. And if my eyes aren't deceiving me, that looked like it would have been ball 4.
I definitely think it would have been ball 4, but still credit to Radetsky. You're still fighting 3-2. You're trying to foul off anything you think is going to be close. He was able to at least make contact and extend the at-bat.
Got a little bit of a shift going here. Shortstop right behind second base. The 3-2 pitch swung on and strike him out swinging for out number 2.
Fantasy concession stand will close after the end of the 5th inning. And the $2 beer will be shut down. So
Radetsky really struggling right now, throwing his helmet into the dugout.
Here's the
couple of strikeouts today.
Number 6, Jonah.
And he had ball 4 that he swung and fouled off. It's not a good day so far for Radetsky.
Now coming up to bat, Jonah Garrison in a very big spot in this ball game with 2 outs and a runner on second base. First pitch, curveball for strike 1.
Squeeze were in the exact same spot in the second inning. Lead off double, then 2 outs. And it took an E6 off the bat of Jacob Sullivan to drive in that run. Squeeze have had a really tough time moving runners over and getting base hits with runners in scoring position.
0-1 count now on Garrison, the shortstop. This pitch misses in the other batter's box for ball 1.
Probably wanting to get Garrison here. On deck, Cody Burgess back to the top of the lineup.
1-1 pitch here. Runner on second base, big lead. Curveball, hanger, and he's going to poke this one down the left field line, but it will go well foul for a long strike number 2.
Tough break for Jonah Garrison. think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch, but just too far out in front of it, pulling it hard down the left field line. But that was a real hanging curveball that Garrison could have done some damage with.
1-2 count now on the number 9 batter, Garrison. He's 0 for against Provy as well. Garrison went 1 for 3 with the strikeout last night. 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout swinging. The 1-2 pitch from Provy. Curveball hit down the third base line. Cody Orther on his knees. Got it. Long throw to first base. 5-3. Put out for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning with the River Rats leading 2-1.
I get a big back when I say that.
Makes sense.
Yeah. All right, if you're under the age of 12, head on down behind the Rats dugout. We'll send you out on the field after this half inning for the famous races of the bases. All those under 12, head on down behind the Rats dugout down the first baseline, and we'll send you out after this half inning. We need to get somebody up here for the rifle drawing, Sarah or somebody. Draw them pretty quick.
After this happens?
Yeah, I'll do it right after the races of bases. So tell them to come on up if you could.
Can we get an intern to do the raffle?
Same picture?
15?
Yeah, looks like it. Oh, 15? 15 now.
It's Ethan
Yeah,
Jones.
Ethan Jones?
Yep.
Wow. Interesting. Now pitching for the Squeeze. He leads the league with 8 saves from the Saints of Flagler College. Number 15, Ethan Jones. He's an all-star. Here's another all-star. Second baseman, number 3, the big Omar Villamont.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning with a brand new pitcher on the mound, and that'll be Ethan Jones. And I will let Kevin take over after this pitch as Omar Villamont steps up and watches ball 1.
Ethan Jones, the closer for the Squeeze, 1-2, 1.55 ERA, leads the league with 8 saves. For Coach Welsh, probably just trying to keep this game close, bringing in his best reliever.
The 1-0 misses low and away for ball 2. We saw Jones last night come in and shut the door. Didn't give up any runs. I guess that's no surprise to you.
He is definitely a very good pitcher at the back end, no stranger to save situations.
2-0 pitch misses just off the plate. Ball 3.
Only threw 5 pitches last night in the game.
Not what you were wanting to do, falling behind Omar Villamont 3-0.
In there for strike 1, and last night came in and threw 5 pitches.
And this will be the 5th pitch
Already.
of this at-bat.
Omar Villamont, the 3-1 count. Swings at it, and it will be down the left field line and well foul and out of the stadium. 3-2 count now on Omar. And Omar is definitely not the guy I would want to face coming out of the bullpen as the first batter.
So far, Ashworth was able to hold him 0 for 2. Ethan Jones trying to get him here.
The 3-2 pitch. And poked right into the shortstop's glove. As all he had to do is take a few steps back. And Omar Villamont is retired for the 3rd time tonight.
It held him 0 for 3, and a great job by Ethan Jones. He falls behind 3-0, able to fight all the way back and get Omar Villamont to pop out.
Here's the shortstop, number
3-2
13,
pitch.
Nathan.
And now coming to bat, Dathan Pruitt with a single and a double, 2 runs scored to this point. Comes in and is going to face Ethan Jones here from Flagler. First pitch going to square around a bunt. Pulls it back. Doesn't matter. Strike 1.
Maybe they're just going to try and go all Flagler tonight. Ryan Ashworth also from Flagler College. I don't know if they'll have anyone behind him.
0-1 pitch. Misses inside for ball 1. Let's see. I see only.
Would be it on Flagler.
That is.
If that was the case, they'd have Ethan Jones go a couple innings.
The 1-1 misses for ball 2. And Maybe they're just going to pick some guy off the street and be like, hey, you from Flagler? Oh, you're pitching tonight. The 2-1. Swung on and hit to the third baseman. Chase Smart has got it. Throw misses first base, and he's going to head to second. Dathan Pruitt is on second base by way of the E5.
That's a costly mistake at third base. But I think that's what the speed does. Dathan Pruitt gets down the line really fast, so I think Chase Smart just kind of hurried the throw, and it was way offline, no chance.
And I didn't even think it was necessary to rush the throw.
Batting for Jones.
Now I'm looking at, we have a new first baseman taking over for John Radetzky, a guy we don't ever see playing the infield. This is Drenis Ozuna.
Drenis Ozuna
primarily playing in left field.
And now what could the coach or the Winter Garden Squeeze be arguing right here?
Help us with the raffle drawing, please.
Honestly, we do have a substitution at third base as well, looking like that's Nick Nyarkos.
Okay, so that was not smart. I am sorry. And the umpires are now talking, and he is safe.
Still safe.
Maybe they were thinking
ran out of the base path, or I don't know.
The throw was terrible, and honestly, for a second there, I had to stop my words because it looked like it was about to get scary. It looked like there was about to be a collision, or the ball was going to hit Dathan Pruitt.
Man, I'm not sure what he was arguing right there, but it remains.
But
the
now
same.
Miles Symington steps up to bat, number 10, swings at the first pitch, pops it straight up, and you said it, Nyarkos. Nick Nyarkos on third base records out number 2.
So the two defensive substitutions it looks like we have is taking over for Radetzky at first, Drenis Ozuna, and taking over at third base for Chase Smart, Nick Nyarkos.
There's the catcher, number 16, Eli Marrero.
And now coming up to bat, Eli Marrero, wearing number 16 tonight, normally number 11, has a man on second base. Dathan Pruitt very quick, going to square around and pulls it back, and Dathan Pruitt in there with a stolen base.
Orlando Sanford International, stolen base.
And that just shows what speed can do, and not a person in here thought that Eli Marrero was going to square around on that bunt. That is something that they do very often and very well here in Sanford. The 1-0 pitch misses in the dirt. Ball 2.
Ethan Jones looking for that final out to strand the runner. If he scores, it would be unearned due to the error.
The 2-0 pitch. In there for strike 1. Absolutely a spot that Ashworth was not getting early in this game. The 2-1 pitch swung on and missed. And we have 2s on the board here at Sanford Memorial. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A runner on third base. Dathan Pruitt looking to score for the 3rd time tonight. The 2-2 pitch here from Jones. Swung on and fouled into the third base dugout. So the count remains the same.
Ethan Jones looking like he's got good movement on his slider. Lots of late action.
The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and strike him out swinging for out number 3. We head to the top of the 6th inning where the River Rats lead at 2-1. They're going to try to keep the score the same.
Of the bases, every kid will get a coupon good for a free kids meal at Duffy's Sports Grill. Are we ready to go? Let's roll. And they're off. Touch them all, kids. Don't cut those bases. Fastest fans in the league. Down the stretch they come. And we'll call that one a tie. Good job. And get your free Duffy's Kids meal and enjoy. It's safe at home. Here she comes. Down the stretch. Help her out there, Ralphie. It's safe at home. What a great job. All right, we're going to draw some winning raffle tickets If you got the winning number, come on up to the press box. If you don't, hang on. If the prize is not claimed, we'll redraw. 906 is the winner. 863, 863. 010, come on up. 010. 069 is the winner. It's the last 3 digits of your raffle ticket. 032, come on up. You're a winner. 032. 065, we got a prize for you. 065, 918. 918 is a winner. 015 is a winner. 015. 960. 960, come on up. 861 is a winner. 861. 986. 986, come on up. 893. We'll be getting some haircuts here. 893 and 871. 3 months supply from Mr. Car Wash. 871. Come on up. Leave all of these runners on base at second and third, huh?
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. I'm Cody Shook alongside Kevin Valine, the Winter Garden Squeeze broadcast intern. And we're calling a great one here. We're headed to the top of the 6th inning. And Winter Garden's down by 1 run in this one. As
Cody Burgess.
Left fielder Cody Burgess, the center fielder Cody Burgess, comes up to bat here for his 3rd at bat of the night. Watches this one go right in there for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch from Colton Provey misses for ball 1.
Cody Burgess looking for his first hits, flown out to center twice. Lead off the 6th.
Watches this one for strike 2, and I'm going to tell you a little something about last night. Cody Burgess popped up and was involved in a 9-3-1 double play. Try to think about that one for a second. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and hit down the right field line. And it is a foul ball, no catch. Great effort by Sergio Lopez down the right field line.
It looked like he had a chance to make the catch.
He had a chance.
Just went behind that building. We weren't able to see it. He looked like he was just not in time. And for the Squeeze, as we play in the top of the 6th, they're really running out of time. And with the 7-inning ball game, they have 6 outs to go. So try and at least push across 1 run, if not more.
1-2 count here on Burgess. 2 doubles last night, 2 RBIs in a 2-for-5 night.
Words of Yogi Berra. Gets late early around here.
1-2 count here. Nobody out top of the 6th inning. As you just mentioned, this is a 7-inning ball game due to the 2-hour rain delay. Stuck it out. 1-2. Misses high and inside. Burgess has to get out of the box there. 2-2 count now.
I think that came up and in a little too far for Burgess' liking. Having to bend back out of the way. He'll dig back in. It always keeps the batters honest coming inside.
2-2 count. Leg lifts and deals. And this one's hit out of play, out of the stadium. So the count remains the same, 2-2.
Burgess was robbed in one of the games of the second game of the doubleheader at West Orange. Ball well over the fence in right field with Sergio Lopez able to bring it back. So kind of an adventurous series for Cody Burgess.
2-2 pitch here from Colton Provey. Curveball. Strike him out, looking for out number 1.
Nasty curveball on that pitch. Burgess turning to try and get away from that one, thinking it was going to come inside again, but it drops in on the inside corner.
And a funny story here before we get to Kyle Corbin coming up to bat. In between the innings, they do race to the bases. Head coach Kevin Davidson was catching for his pitcher at the time. First pitch here to Kyle Corbin. Upstairs, misses for ball 1. And head coach Kevin Davidson was behind home plate. Ralphie was in front of him. And his kid comes around And KD puts his hand out to high-five him, and his kid just runs right by him.
Don't need it. Just got to score.
1-0 pitch misses outside, ball 2. And actually, it's the second night in a row that his kid has done that. Just run right by him. Didn't acknowledge his dad at all.
Hey, man, that slows you down. Got to go full speed all the way.
You got to score the run. The 2-0 pitch freezes him, hits the outside corner for strike 1.
Probably got a good-looking breaking ball tonight. Fooled Cody Burgess, and right there, Kyle Corbin looks at the pitch at the bottom of the zone.
2-1 pitch here to Kyle Corbin. With 1 out, nobody on. Inside corner misses just too far inside. Ball 3.
And straight at bat for Kyle Corbin to go to 3 balls. He had a 3-2 count in the first and struck out, and a 3-2 count in the third, and he walked.
I just want to thank everybody that came out to the stadium tonight and waited for the game to start. It was an absolutely electric atmosphere from the beginning of this game to now, as the 3-1 pitch misses high and away, and Kyle Corbin is on base for the second time tonight via the walk.
Walked 2 times, and we talked about this before. Kyle Corbin with a really good eye for the season. That'll put him at 9 walks
number 5
to 9 strikeouts, and that is a great number K to walk ratio.
High point. Both third baseman.
And it just shows he's batting .305 with 11 hits, and add 9 walks to that. That's some very impressive on-base percentage numbers right there.
Well over 400.
Really well, too.
Gonna square around the bunt, pulls it back, misses for ball 1. Chase Smart 0 for 2 on the night. Excuse me, not Chase Smart.
It's Nick Nyarkos in. Nick primarily used as a pitcher, but he can also play the infield. 5 for 23 on the season, good for a .217 average.
Those Nyarkos brothers, very versatile, doing a lot. The 1-0 pitch misses outside, ball 2.
Well, Nyarkos has experience playing the infield for the Squeeze. He played for him last year, and due to pitching restrictions put on him by High Point University, they didn't want him throwing anymore during the summer. He hit 277, so he's a good hitter, along with being a lights-out reliever at the back end of the bullpen.
And this year he's batting .217 coming into this one with 4 RBIs. Pickoff move to first base. Back easily.
Happy birthday to Will. It's Will's birthday tonight. Happy birthday, Will.
Big lead at first base by Kyle Corbin. The 2-0 pitch, another pickoff move to first base, back easily.
3 up here, that's it, right?
Corbin kind of motioned towards second base for a second before going back. It's close enough to first. He was able to get back in without a dive, but maybe we'll see him moving in this at-bat.
2-0 pitch, another pickoff move, 3 in a row. And have you noticed that the jersey that Corbin's wearing and the jersey that your first base coach is wearing, different shades of blue? Orange, excuse me.
Yeah, I've kind of noticed that. Just a little different shades, maybe an older jersey.
2-0 pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. Sorry, I just had to mention that because it's been bugging me. And of course I said blue because everybody else on the field right now is wearing blue. Even your third base coach.
Yeah, Jay Welsh. Well, our primary colors are orange and blue, so it's in there.
So I wasn't totally off. 2-1 pitch. Kyle Corbin takes off to second base. Pitch inside, misses ball, and he is safe at second base as all of the River Rats there thought he was out.
Kyle Corbin did get a good jump. It was a closer play than I thought it was going to be.
Great tag.
It looked like Corbin beat the ball there, but the ball was placed so well on the throw that by the time he caught it, it was right in position to make the tag.
And that puts him in scoring position. And how important is this? Do you think Chase Smart may be injured or something to take him out of this game?
And maybe rest.
But you're coming down to it here. You need every single. The 2-2 pitch swung on and popped up into the catcher's glove, but I guess it hit the dirt first. 2-2 count here. And you're coming down to it here, and I just feel like taking one of your better hitters out of the lineup.
Well, it may have just been a precaution. There may have been something going on with Chase Smart. And this late in the season, Chase, one of your best hitters, you don't want to take any chance.
2-2 pitch. Corbin on second base. Big lead. Strike him out looking on the off-speed outside corner for out number 2.
got them all?
Colton Provy, that's strikeout number 3. 2 of them looking in this inning. He had one swinging in the 5th. He's looked good.
And you mentioned it. You've mentioned it multiple times in the broadcast that we've done together. Their problem is they can't get runners in.
They have that runner at second base with 1 out, and the strikeout there is costly.
0-1-0.
And they've had runners at second base lead off doubles a couple of times and just haven't been able to do anything.
Last call.
And now we are seeing a mound visit by head coach Kevin Davidson. We're going to see if a new pitcher is coming in.
Play comes in about 30 seconds. You're going to call
KD making a rare mound visit with no count on the back.
Provy doing very well to this point, has given up a double, but other than that, just the 1 walk, but 3 strikeouts through an inning and 2/3 of work.
Provy nearing 40 pitches for his inning and 2/3 on the mound.
Long mound visit here. Don't know if they're just going to give their guy some more time to warm up, but we might be seeing CJ Carter in this one at some point. Another one electric pitchers.
Well, I'm sure that if the Rats are able to hold the squeeze scoreless in this inning, you'll bring your closer in for the final inning in the 7th.
Just
Thank you.
and CJ Carter, if you're watching on Facebook Live, you're going to want to stick around for CJ Carter if he comes in this game. A very, very good closing pitcher. Both teams have great pitching staffs coming into this one. The 0-0 pitch here drops in the curveball for strike 1 on Kyle Marsh. 1 for 2 with a double to this point.
That double is a line drive into left center field, and it's really important for the Squeeze to try and pick up this run because it is incredibly hard to face CJ Carter in the last inning.
0-1 pitch inside, misses. Ball 1 without looking. I don't want you looking at anything. Where does Winter Garden stand in team ERA?
They're in second.
All right, well, somebody does their prep work
I do.
very well.
We're pretty close. We just got overtaken, I think, by you guys.
But yes, and I'll say that right after this pitch. 1-1 misses upstairs with the curveball. 2-1. Sanford comes in first place in team ERA with 3.43, and Winter Garden comes in second place, 3.45. That is very close.
I think their ERA ballooned a little with the doubleheader against the River Rats. They were outscored 17-4. So that'll bump the ERA up a little bit. They have been leading that category for pretty much all year, and they're still leading in batting average against.
2-1 count here on Marsh. Colton Provy into his second inning of work. Runner on second base would be the tying run. The 2-1 pitch drops in the curveball. And now we have 2s on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 6th inning, Winter Garden's down by 1 run.
They really need to pick up that runner.
And Marsh is the guy you wanted to plate in this situation.
Talked about it before. He's hit well in the past here at Sanford Memorial and has a double already today.
2-2 pitch. And this one heads down the first base line. Foul. Just a stay alive swing there.
Yeah, emergency hack. It was a curveball down near the dirt. And it was a late swing, realizing that could, catch the zone, and swung and just got a piece of it, fouling to the right side.
Very low scoring game, but we called that from the start with this pitching matchup to start this ball game. 1 run on 2 hits for Winter Garden. The 2-2 pitch misses high and away with the fastball. Full count here.
So are you thinking that if Marsh gets aboard, either a base hit or a walk, CJ Carter will be coming in?
I don't know if you bring him in for the 4-out save, or do you bring in another guy to get to CJ Carter. But there's no one that's better at shutting down an inning like CJ Carter on this River Rats team. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on and strike him out swinging for out number 3. And he strikes out the side after giving up the 1-out walk. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning where the River Rats lead 2-1. Stick with us. We've got at least one more inning of play here at Sanford Memorial.
The 16-2 winner over Leesburg, bottom 5, to land a 1-0 deficit to the Scorpions. Let's do the take me out the ball game, shall we? Well, we don't know. We might get.
We'll get there. It's not the bottom half. Most likely.
Winter Park stopped scoring yet?
They stopped scoring because they had to call a game because they were up by so many. They were 10 run by, or they were like 15 run by the 5th inning.
He had 12 hits in the first 3 innings. Got a final from the land of the Scorpions. Come back to take it 3-1.
And we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. So out of town scoreboard, very big for you, especially Winter Park won it big against the Leesburg Lightning, 16-2, and the Altamont Springs Scorpions win it 3-1 against the DeLand Suns. So big key there. Leesburg losing. But the score here, Sanford leads it 2-1 as Alejandro Martinez steps up to bat, watches strike number 1.
They're going to keep Ethan Jones in for a 2nd inning. So you may see a complete Flagler stat for this ball. I'm not sure why they kept Ethan Jones in. Maybe not too many arms in the pen.
0-1 pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. It is always incredible seeing some of the best, I should say, pitchers and hitters on a nightly basis. When Ethan Jones comes in, you know what you're going to get.
Yeah, he's got a really nasty slider tonight.
0-2 pitch swung on and a high chopper down the third base line goes foul. Count remains the same. 0-2. Martinez in a hole. To this point in the game, Martinez is 1 for 2, and he's only seen 3 pitches in the first 2 at-bats. And right there was the 4th pitch of this at-bat. Misses for ball 1. Martinez swings at this one, and it's going to be the shortstop. Garrison's got it. Comes up throwing, and a great pick by Ozuna for out number 1.
Well, what made that pick even better was already a great pick at first base to begin with, but I am pretty sure he has not played that position at all this year. It's been all outfield work. He comes in, gets a ball in the dirt, and a masterful pick to just get Martinez.
And now coming to bat, Cody Arthur. And I've been told by a lot of outfielders that they think that they could go hand in hand in a picking of balls competition with a first baseman. A lot of outfielders are very confident in their picking skills because they always have to pick the ball on the run from time to time when they're charging towards the infield. 0-1 pitch misses inside, very close to Arthur, 1-1. So maybe Ozuna, one of those guys that can pick the ball very well over there at first base. 1-1 pitch here. Swung on and hit into left field for Mr. Singles. He's on first base.
Line drive, base hit for Ethan Jones. Your job is to put up a 0. 2-run deficit would be nearly insurmountable. If C.J. Carter comes in, much easier down by 1 run. You could accidentally run into one and tie up the score.
And now coming up to bat, Zach Dewart.
Zach Dewart.
Number 17.
See if he can sponsor some insurance runs for us.
Dewart had a walk in the 2nd inning. He stranded at 3rd. He popped out in the 4th.
Watches this one outside, ball 1. Up next would be Sergio Lopez. Dewart, the starting left fielder tonight. 1-0 pitch, drops in the nasty off speed for strike 1.
Yeah, that slider, he has really got a good one tonight. That one just froze Dewart.
1-1 pitch swung on, fouled straight back. 1-2 count now. Ethan Jones doing what Ethan Jones does coming into this game. 17 1/3 innings pitched, 1.56 ERA, averaging more than 1 strikeout per inning.
19 Ks and 17 1/3 innings. When he has that breaking ball working, you're going to see some dominant outings from him.
1-2 pitch. In the dirt, Cody Arthur takes off for second base, slides in head first. He is in there safely on the wild pitch.
A massive secondary lead. As soon as that ball didn't even get very far from Jacob Sullivan, but he took off right away. was able to get in well in front of the throw. I think it all has to do with that secondary lead he got at first.
2-2 pitch. Misses in the dirt. Ball 3. Cody Arthur in scoring position would be an insurance run here late in this ball game. The 3-2 pitch to Dewart. Swung on and hit straight up in the air. Kyle Marsh and Garrison go after it, and Garrison has got it right in front of second base for out number 2.
Good job by Ethan Jones not to give in.
Really?
Walk.
If you're on second base.
Dewart. Now with 2 outs, you just got to get Sergio Lopez, who's already 0 for 2 today. Send it to the
Right
top.
fielder,
Send it to the last chance of the
Sergio.
squeeze.
And I don't want to say anything here, but Sergio Lopez last night when he was 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts, he hit a solo home run. First pitch misses high and away for ball 1.
I don't know.
We've seen the power stroke from Sergio Lopez in this series.
You?
2 homers, one of those a grand
Have you ever seen
slam.
it?
1-0 count here on Lopez, a man that will be swinging it. A very free swinger. Led the team in home runs and RBIs last year. Hasn't really found the stroke this year, but he knows that his resume, and he will get back on top of it as he is starting to heat up late.
Could be a really helpful asset heading into the postseason.
1-0 pitch. Misses low and away. Ball 2.
Do you recall ever seeing Lopez hit to right field?
What's right field?
Last night, they were attacking him low and away every single pitch. The 2-0 drops in the off speed for strike 1. And last night, they were hitting the outside corner after one pitch after another, and then they missed on that one pitch, and he made them pay for it. The 2-1, and it hits him on the wrist, and he will take the free 90 jog down to first base.
Squeaky's leading the league in the wrong way and hit by pitches. 35 is the most in the Florida League, and that right there was number 36.
And now steps up to bat Richie Rivera, the center fielder, one of the fastest guys in the league. He is very impressive at the plate with 3 home runs on the year, participated in the home run derby contest, swings at the first pitch, and misses for strike 1. Even though Lopez is batting 150 on the year, his on-base percentage, very impressive. Richie Rivera swings at the second pitch and misses. 0-2 count now with 2 outs. Ethan Jones doing very well on the mound tonight for the Winter Garden Squeeze in the relief appearance. 0-2 pitch. Swung on and strike him out swinging for out number 3. We head to the top of the 7th inning. River Rats lead at 2-1. This is a 7-inning ball game, so this would be the last inning unless the Winter Garden Squeeze can get something going. Stick with us for at least one more inning of regulation play.
Scoring position with that.
Here comes CJ Carter.
Well, it looks like Carter. That's not Carter, is it? Yeah. We'll make it interesting.
Hypothetically, first and second, nobody out. Pop up to the shortstop. Infield fly, batter to draw. Runner at first, passes the runner on second. He's out, 2 outs. Ball lands on the runner at second. He's out. Unassisted triple play, never touched anybody.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
But it's possible. Triple play, he never touched the fielder.
It's possible.
I saw a triple play that actually happened. Third out was made by the center fielder.
You put out,
Third play out was made by the center fielder.
came in on a rundown or something.
They had corner wheel play, corner fielder's crash, bunt, caught by the third baseman, threw to the first baseman. Since the middle infielders went to cover the corner bases, center fielder came in to cover second. 5, 3, 8, triple play.
Is he wearing number 9?
Yes.
Okay. Now pitching for the Rats, second in the league in saves from the Trojans of Troy University, number 9, C.J. Carter. chance to get out of here. This is my last inning. Got somebody in the bullpen?
Wrong side.
And we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. We head to the top of the 7th inning in this 7-inning ball game. I'm Cody Shook alongside Kevin Valine. We have a new pitcher on the mound. It is C.J. Carter, second in the league in saves on the year, sporting a 1.59 ERA. And we're about to see some electric stuff on the mound. And coming up to bat, Sadler Goodwin. First pitch swung on and fouled out of the stadium for strike one.
Sadler, a guy who can run into one from time to time. He's got 5 homers on the year. For C.J. Carter, you look at those strikeout totals, it is eye-popping. 28 strikeouts, 17 innings.
0-1 pitch, misses high and away, ball one.
Seven guys.
1-1 pitch, freezes him with the inside strike. 1-2 count now. We went from one of the best relievers in the league to another one of the best relievers in the league. The 1-2 pitch swung on and hit straight up, and it will go out of the stadium. So the count remains the same, 1-2.
Well, continues the pattern we started off with. 2 of the best starters in the league, and we'll have 2 of the best closers in the league right now.
And that is why we are still in a 2-1 ball game. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error for the squeeze. Swung on and fouled right in the
dirt in front of the catcher. It's about as little contact as you can make to stay alive.
And for the Rats, 2 runs on 5 hits and 1 error. The 1-2 pitch from Carter freezes him, but it's too far inside, ball 2.
I think C.J. Carter wanted the inside strike call, but I think it came in just a little bit too inside.
28 strikeouts, 2-2 pitch. Hit to shortstop. Dathan Pruitt's got it. Backhand, long throw over. He has got it. 6-3 put out for out number 1. And that's how the 7th inning will start.
Second straight time that Sadler Goodwin has grounded out 6-3, and he really hasn't been able to get under the ball and hit fly balls, which is where he's most comfortable at line drives and home runs. A lot of the stuff's been on the ground, and that's why he's mired in a 1-for-21 slump.
And now coming up to bat, Kyle Phillips. 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch misses high and away for ball 1.
Phillips had a leadoff double in the 5th inning, but the squeeze couldn't do anything with it. 3 straight outs after that to strand him at second.
1-0 pitch, swung on. This ball's hitting to left field. Zach Dewart's going to chase after it. It's going to hit down towards the line, and he's headed for extra bases, and he will be in for his 2nd double of the night, and this one down the left field line.
Huge double for Kyle Phillips. He's come up in a number of clutch situations for the squeeze and delivered. And that ball had enough hook on it down the left field line that despite the good range and speed of Dewart in left field, it just kept on hooking and stayed fair. No chance for him to make the catch, and the squeeze have a runner in scoring position.
Somebody running or something?
It's looking...
And we might be seeing a pinch runner or a pinch hitter or something as the first base coach just evacuated his area and went into the dugout. Weird time to go to the bathroom.
Could be trying to get it in. Jacob Silverstein with good speed.
First pitch here, swung on, and it will be heading into center field. We might see a play at the plate. They're going to send him around third base. Long throw from Richie Rivera, and a play at the plate. He is out at home for out number 2. A great throw by Richie Rivera, and a better tag by Eli Marrero at the plate.
Rivera with the gun.
And that was a great throw. One hop to Eli Marrero, just beating Kyle Phillips just a little bit late, and now they may be a little angry that they couldn't get Jacob Silverstein into pinch run.
Single, second on the throw.
And that was a single by Jacob Sullivan, and he advances second on the throw. But wow, that would have been the tying run here in the top of the last inning in the 7th here. And
now they're going to send Jacob Silverstein to actually pinch hit. He's taking over for Drenis Ozuna, who took over for John Radetsky. So a lot of movement in that spot.
Number 8, Jacob Silverstein.
Silverstein batted second last night. Went 0 for 3 with the walk and a run scored. We're going to see a mound visit by head coach Kevin Davidson. Thank you to everybody tuning in on Facebook Live. I really appreciate it. I love bringing the game to you guys on a nightly basis here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. You were watching the top of the 7th inning. This is a 7-inning ball game as there was a 2-hour rain delay. If you could please just share it so that way your friends and family can tune in for the final outs of this one. We're here with 2 outs. You just saw a play at the plate for out number 2. And Silverstein is coming up to bat here with 2 outs. Runner on second base would be the tying run. He is 2 for 9 here at Sanford Memorial Stadium with a double and a run scored. So Silverstein, an all-star, a good man to call on here late in the game.
Yeah, it's nice that you have him on the bench for this spot. Silverstein has a knack for hitting on base, an on-base percentage that has never dropped below 400. Be able to make good contact. And he is the last chance for the squeeze.
Lefty batter. And they're going to walk him. Intentionally walk him. So now it's first and second.
Go-ahead run and just walk.
And that is the go-ahead run, putting him on first base.
Well, it makes sense. Jacob Silverstein, one of the best hitters on the squeeze. And then you bring up to the plate Jonah Garrison, who's really struggled at the plate this season.
Shortstop, number 6.
It's a move that makes sense. Even if you do put on the lead run, it would require an extra base hit at the very least to score him from first.
2 outs here. Runner on first and second base. First pitch from C.J. Carter misses high for ball 1. On Jonah Garrison, the shortstop.
Yeah, well, look what the guy's playing 30 in Carter.
Outfielder's pretty deep, playing no doubles. Don't want any chance the runner on first base to score. The 1-0 pitch misses outside. Ball 2 on Garrison.
He's not
Garrison's taking his pitches, and he's probably just trying to get Cody Birch up there. If he walked, it'd be fine by him. Loading up for the leadoff man.
2-0 pitch inside, and he hits him on the 2-0 pitch. Ran just a bit inside, and
how do you get the number 9 here with 2 out?
And now this creates a problem. Bases loaded, 2 outs with Cody Burgess. 0 for 3 on the night. The leadoff man comes up to bat.
Well, and now the base is loaded, 2 outs. Anything can happen. Pass ball could score, or a base hit will score 1 or 2. This is a tough spot for C.J. Carter.
Cody Burgess up to bat. Bases loaded here in the top of the 7th. First pitch misses outside. Ball 1. And now Alejandro Martinez, the first baseman, is going to come in and talk to his pitcher real quick. Burgess, a guy 2 for 13 here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. 2 doubles and 2 RBIs. He's a pull hitter, but he likes to put the ball oppo in the gap. And that's why I think we see Richie Rivera shaded towards right center field. The 1-0 pitch misses outside. Ball 2.
He's really lost his control the last couple of batters. They intentionally walked. Jacob Silverstein couldn't find the plate with Jonah Garrison. Falling behind Cody Burgess, 2-0 here.
C.J.